When you're watching Ninjago, I feel like the question of who your favorite ninja is one that often comes up, and I feel like I can speak for a lot of people when I say your opinion can change, but there's always a character you come back to. And that for me is definitely the character of Cole. He is always one that I'm drawn back to and one that I've always appreciated throughout the course of the show. Despite the times where we don't really get a lot of him, he's definitely just one I always come back to and can always appreciate. And through my time of loving the character of Cole, my recognition of what he brings to the show, what he brings to the ninja team, what he brings to the dynamic overall is definitely something that can't go unnoticed. And in my opinion, he is definitely the heart and soul of the ninja team and Ninjago and of itself. But let me explain how. And Cole has just definitely come a long way over the course of the show. He's had so much development, he has had so much time to explain how he is, who he is, what he stands for, and I really do appreciate what he's got. I would like to see more, I'm going to get that out of the way now, but what we have I think is absolutely fantastic. But as a backstory, we do know that when Cole was younger, he of course initially was pursuing the same destination that his father was, being a singer and a dancer. And even though he is by all accounts good at it, he definitely didn't really appreciate what it actually was, because I think he understood that it was never his true calling. But little did he know his mother was in fact the elemental master of Earth, and when she unfortunately did pass, she did pass down that elemental ability to Cole, and made Cole promise one thing, that he will always stand up for those who are cruel and unjust. And as you know, he definitely does take that with him throughout the course of his life. But unfortunately, once his mother did pass, he did become quite angry, he became quite upset, and that is actually how he ended up meeting Wu. Because it was very clear that he was close to his mother, and his interaction with Wu does prove that, because he's upset that people aren't angry like he is, and he even says to Wu, his father should be upset or angry, but he's never home, he's just out with his band, and he feels upset, he feels frustrated by this, and you can tell why, but the thing is that Wu helps calm him down, and he then eventually takes Cole on to be his first of the new ninja team. But once the beloved ninja team that we all know and love came together, we did eventually see that we had a lot of different personalities, a lot of volatile, a lot of hot-headedness. I mean, look at Kai, look at Jay, look at Lloyd. They're all prone to outbursts, they're all prone to anger in emotional distress. But the thing is that Cole has always been that emotional center, and there's plenty of evidence to show that. Because even though he is known for the physical strength that we all know and love, the fact is that Cole's real power is the amount of emotional depth that we do end up seeing him with. We understand that in so many instances, he's the one that calms down the ninja team. He's the one that brings everyone back to level and helps them through those harsh moments. He has the ninjas back. One of the first things he ever says to Kai is the fact that he has got his back. He cares for someone no matter how long they've known someone, no matter how much he doesn't really care for someone, he does end up protecting them and caring for them regardless. I mean, no better place to look than season 13 in of itself. When he takes on the Skull Sorcerer, he frees the Geckos and the Munts, and he shows that they shouldn't be prisoned, they shouldn't be detained, they shouldn't be subjected to slavery. And when he defeats the Skull Sorcerer, he decides to apologize to Cole for what happened. But the thing is that Cole immediately says, don't apologize to me, apologize to the people that you enslaved. And you can tell, he doesn't care for himself above others. We see that even further with the ninja team. We see when the ninja are training Lloyd to become the Green Ninja, he is the one that's the most caring, the most careful with him, the most supportive of Lloyd. And it's just a really nice thing to see. The other time we do see it is in season 6 when Cole realizes that Jay is in fact hiding something when he made those wishes. And you can see Cole lists off all the reasons why he understands that Jay is not telling the truth, and all he's trying to do is support him. And he continues to support him even after Cole lied to him, and even when all the ninja are upset with him, he still defends him to the point where Nia even pointed out, and Cole just says that's because he's his best friend, because at the end of the day, that's all Cole does, he just cares for the people that he truly loves. He is just the embodiment of an emotional, caring person and the center of the ninja team, because he just balances them all out, he keeps them all level-headed, and he listens to the ninja, and I think that is one of the biggest points above all else. But the other thing, or the next thing more specifically, is the fact that he does all of this even though we know he has his own personal struggles and he has his own downfalls that he does acknowledge, but he does his best to be able to come over. Like I said, we know that he was frustrated with his father. We know he was frustrated with how Lou handled the passing of his mother Lily. But the thing is that even though that relationship was quite turmoiled, the thing is, he still does go out of his way to care for his father. And he does still try to do his best, even though he wasn't exactly on the best terms with him at the start of the series. And even as things happen to him specifically, aka when he becomes a ghost, the thing is that he still takes the time to make sure everyone else is okay, everyone else is fine, and he never actually gives up on the team. Of course, he may have his moments of downfall, and you can point out those moments for me if you like, but the thing is that even when he has those downfalls, he still comes back to support the team. I mean, the episode after he becomes a ghost, he has his initial doubts, yes. He wonders if he should even be controlling a mech, he wonders if he should be involved, but the thing is that the ninja reassure him, and then he goes, and he ends up saving the ninja's life. And that's the point above all else, is that even though he has his downfalls, he has his doubts, he doesn't stray away from the challenge. And as a result, he saves lives, he saves Ninjago, he saves the people around him. And he never asks for anything in return. He doesn't ask for any sort of attention, any sort of sympathy for the issues that he has. He just takes what has happened to him and he carries on and he does his best for the people around him. And honestly, the fact that he was a ghost and he still did everything he did is the biggest proof of that. Although speaking of him being a ghost, I feel like that, in my opinion, was probably one of the biggest turning points for the character of Cole. Up until this point in the show, Cole was very much the rock of the team, the foundation of the team, the one that was the strong one, the one that people could come to. And in this instance, he became a ghost, and I think he started to self-doubt himself. Because in one swoop, he essentially became dead, and he became a literal ghost to the eyes of everyone else. And I think he started to feel a bit scared, honestly. I think that's the best word for it. I think he felt like he lost his power, he lost his ability, he lost who he was as a person. And I definitely did see a lot of doubt in him in this time. And I think honestly, extending up to the point where he was no longer a ghost, you could definitely see it. And in my opinion, the best example you can see for this is in Season 6, where he almost starts to have a little bit of a coping mechanism. You can see where he starts to make ghost jokes, he starts to make little puns about it, he starts to make remarks about the fact he is a ghost. I mean, he literally says he doesn't stand a ghost of a chance. And that phrase in of itself is a phrase that's putting himself down. You know, it says that a ghost doesn't stand a chance in this instance. He's referring to himself. And the thing is, I think he definitely had that doubt in his brain. But the thing is that even though he physically wasn't there, I think emotionally speaking, he was probably the most present we ever had him. Because we see a lot of scenes where he is a ghost, where he does relate this deep-seated emotional knowledge onto the people around him. He does it for Jay, he does it for Lloyd, he does it for Kai, he does it for absolutely everyone in some instance. And I think being a ghost made him realize how, emotionally speaking, he should be there for everyone he can be, because you can see that he is a much more emotionally based character from this point onwards. Season 8, where he was caring for the baby who eventually became Wu, and his whole goal was to get Wu back. In Dragon's Rising, when he has the Finders, which I'll get to Dragon's Rising at the end. But in all of these different instances, you can see where he becomes so much more emotionally profound, and I think it really does reflect on his time as a ghost. And then come to the point where he no longer was a ghost in Day of the Departed, where he went and confronted the very person who did it to him, Yang. And the thing is that even though Yang made him a ghost, and Yang did all of those aspects to him, and literally tormented him, baited him into releasing the villains, did everything, he still spared Yang. He still reasoned with Yang. He still became friends with Yang in the end. And in my opinion, you can even track back what we learned in Season 13 to the event of Day of the Departed. Cole was told by his mother to always stand up for those who were being targeted by those who were cruel and unjust. And the thing is that that is what he thought Yang was. And Yang obviously was doing things that he considered cruel and unjust, releasing the villains, trying to take over, trying to return, holding his students hostage. But the thing is that as soon as he realizes, well, Cole realizes, that Yang simply did not want to be forgotten. He wanted to be immortal so no one would forget him. And he realizes that Yang wasn't a tyrant, he wasn't maniacal, he wasn't a villain, he was afraid. And in that exact moment, Cole stops fighting him and stops resisting him, and immediately reassures Yang and tries to help Yang come back to life. And in my opinion, it is the biggest demonstration on who Cole is. The person who was tormenting, trying to kill Cole, trying to do all those different aspects to Cole, he still tried to save as soon as he understood them. In my opinion, this is the biggest demonstration on who Cole is as a character, because even though his physical presence, his physical strength was not there, the emotional side of him was. And like I said, I genuinely think it only became stronger because of it. Although speaking of emotional presence and it being stronger, it does bring me to the other aspect of Cole, or the last of the two instances that I'm thinking of to be specific, and that's the relationships that Cole actually has. Cole has some of the best relationships we have ever seen over the course of Ninjago, and each of the ninja you can demonstrate how much Cole actually cares for them. The original Core 4, for example, all of them he treats as if they are brothers, and he did it from the very beginning, and you can see for each and every single one of them instances where he definitely were there for them. Like I said with Jay, for example, even though they had that whole love triangle, the thing is that he was still Jay's best friend and supported Jay even when he wasn't there. Him and Kai are like brothers. They're so jumpy, they're so bubbly with each other, they have so much great energy, and you can see that throughout the course of the show. It's a very, very real relationship that I think everyone can relate to in their own personal lives. And Zane, even though by all accounts he's not human, even though Zane is potentially one of the most human characters we've ever seen in the show of Ninjago, he still cares for Zane as if he is a brother. And even learning that he was a ninjoid, he never even cared. He was always attached to Zane. He always has his moments with Zane. Zane and Cole have so many amazing moments together, I could list off a ton of them. At the end of season 2, Cole immediately goes to hug Zane, saying, "Come here, you tin can." And it's such an amazing moment because last time they saw each other, they were evil. In season 4, when Cole finally finds Zane after believing he was lost, Cole's celebration of finding him was absolutely everything. And over the course of Dragon's Rising, you see so many instances of Cole and Zane working together and having a really good bond and relationship. They have a dynamic that bounces so well off each other. And that's the thing, all three of the Core 4 have more examples of this, but it's one of those ones where I can't sit here for hours and tell you every single episode because it literally is the case. And then move on to Lloyd as the next one. You can see how much Cole is actually there and cares for Lloyd. Cole is the person that Lloyd relays all of his feelings and all of his emotions towards. The most recent example is literally Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 1, because Cole is sat there comforting Lloyd over the fact that Aaron is gone. And he's reassuring Lloyd, saying that we will get them back, we will find him, we will do everything we can to get Aaron back. He treats Lloyd with so much respect and so much care. It is truly an older brother to him. And then Nia, who he literally treats like a sister. So many amazing instances of the two of them. It's difficult to even note, honestly. But again, throughout the course of the show, so many nice and cute moments with the two of them, just demonstrating how much they care. And it does go to show that Cole, by all accounts, in my opinion, is the rock, the foundation, the very core of the ninja team. Because all of them bounce back to Cole in some way, and Cole is honestly the one that's probably there for them all, the most of them. But that in of itself is the character of Cole. He is seriously the one that is there for everyone and cares for everyone. And even through his own personal struggles, he does his best to be there for the people who he truly does care about. And honestly, I don't think Ninjago would be where it is if it wasn't for the character of Cole. And to be honest, this video has definitely solidified the fact to me that he is my favorite ninja. But I will say, where are we going with Cole from here? Because of course, we have now got Dragon's Rising, where Cole has got a second family. He has got the Finders, he has got Geo, he has got all of these new people in his life that he cares so deeply for. And I think it's honestly one of the best things we get to see. Because we get to see Cole again caring for the people around him and being able to be there for them, care for them, love them, respect them, do everything that he can for a new family that he found purely out of coincidence. And again, just another amazing demonstration. Now, I know Cole in Dragon's Rising has definitely been given a bit of a short stick, but with any hope that we will get to see more of Cole be developed, and hopefully he'll get another season soon, because a lot of people have pointed out, of course, in Season 1, he doesn't get too much, he's mainly with the Finders. Season 2, Part 1, he again has a couple moments, I guess, but he's mainly with Zane for that. Season 2, Part 2, he does get some cool stuff, I will say that. And then season 3, part 1, he was completely banished to the sidelines. So it would be nice if we do get a little more for him. But I don't think it takes away from the fact that Cole in of himself is a character that I have so much love for, and I honestly think he is potentially one of the best characters in the show overall. And that is why, in my opinion, he is the heart and the soul of the Ninjago team. But what is your opinion on Cole? Let me know what you think. Do you like him? Do you hate him? Do you agree or disagree with me? I would love to know if he is your favorite ninja. If not, who actually is? But like I said, I've done my video for Kai. I've now done the video for Cole. Let me know who you want to see next, because all of them I have an idea for. It's just simply who you guys want to see. But that is about it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. Okay, bye.